It's never again. I've been involved in non-violent direct action for 4 to 5 years, and I reckon it's a big key in using these tactics towards the government these days, because it's a more tactical way of getting to the government without injuring or hurting anybody else. I've done lock-ons, which is devices that we've used to lock onto machinery, lock onto gates. I'll give you an example. We had a 44-gallon drum. We've filled it full of cement and a square pipe, which I put my arm in and I've locked onto. We've filled it full of cement, which is about 300 kilos once we've finished doing what we're doing with them. And what we do, we push them in front of fences, in front of machinery, and we'll lock our arms into them. And it's just more ways and more safe ways of stopping the government destroying the land like they do.
Could you please specify the place, the name?
Well, I've done a couple of places that I've done my non-violent direct action is Brixton Street Wetlands, which is in Perth, Western Australia. I've been involved in Vella Wetlands, which is also in Perth, Western Australia. I've done tree sits in Ararat, Victoria, for the birthing trees. I've been involved in over 50 protests since I've started, which is about 5 years ago. So it's just giving us First Nations people, the rights to have our say and just show our concerns about the land, I suppose.
My name's Mitch. I'm a Noongar man from Western Australia. This is my brother Neville here. We're sitting at the Aboriginal 10 Embassy here this morning.
Yeah, how's it going? My name's Neville Kirk. I'm a Waka Waka man from Cherbourg, Queensland. I'm an environmental activist. I've been an environmental activist for about 4 years. I've done a few protests over in Western Australia where I live, in Perth. Ones include Row 8, which is a highway. They tried building a toll road, and we lived in the bush for 3.5 months to stop them destroying the bushland. That was one of them. And then I've done Brixton Street Wetlands as well. I've done a tree sit there. I was in the tree for 5 days, lived in a tree for 5 days without coming down. Slept, ate, drank, peed, pooed, done everything in the tree for 5 days. I'm just sick of the government destroying our land, like destroying our bushland. We're not going to have nothing for the next generation to learn about the culture and just learn about our history.
So we came up to the 10 Embassy, what, about 4 months ago? 5 months ago now?
I was down in Victoria with the birthing trees. I spent 6 hours in one of the directional trees down in Ararat. They got a highway going down through there in Ararat, knocking down our sacred birthing trees, and just sacred trees to us. It's where the women used to have their babies in the tree holes and everything. And I just believe that we need to start saving these trees, our shield trees, and all our sacred trees really. That's why I've learnt how to climb trees with a harness. I use a proper climbing harness and everything. And yeah, it's just non-violent direct action is the way to go these days, because the government can't really hold anything on us because we're not being violent.
Mitch from the 10 Embassy again. I just want to talk a bit about jurisdiction and remind people that the Australian government will never hold jurisdiction over us. Our sovereignty has never ever been ceded, people. So keep fighting out there. Seek the absolute oneness and truth, and that spiritual oneness, so that we can all get back to healing ourselves again and healing the land. It's what it really needs. And yeah, I'm originally from Perth in Western Australia, Noongar country. Grew up in the Kimberleys there. Been all over the place, seen a lot of destruction to our mother, and having those deep spiritual connections with mother. It really hurts to see what's going on all around the country and with our people. The youth incarceration, the youth suicide, it all needs to stop. Look, we can't keep going on much longer like this. How much more plastic can we keep producing? How much more petrol can we keep burning? How much more annihilation can we keep doing to this country before our water completely dries up and we've got nothing left? Wake up, people. Mitch, I'm from the Aboriginal Embassy here. I'm originally a Noongar man from Western Australia.
Yeah, I'm Mr.Kirk. I'm a Waka Waka man from Cherbourg, Queensland. And I've been down here at the embassy for just over 4 months.
We come up here from Victoria.
Yeah, come up from Portland, Victoria.
Sort of move more forward, in a more forward direction with our people to try and help them and heal the land, and come to a place where try and bring a place together where everyone can talk on the same platform.
And just for our culture, for our people to have a platform to have a talk and to have a say. This is why the embassy is here. Like, it's just a place for all us Aboriginals to come and have our say and have a talk amongst each other. It's like a meeting place for us to talk at.
Without this place, a lot of nations around Australia wouldn't have that voice and be able to move forward.
Yeah, actually, you guys don't know each other before you came here, right?
No, I put a call out from the embassy in Victoria.
Yeah.
We had forces wanting to encroach in down there, and I needed a bit of support. And Neville put his hand up straight away to jump up a tree in case the bulldozers came in. A couple of the sacred trees down there, and I just knew that I needed to have him over here, and we've been together ever since.
And yeah, when Mitch put the call out, I just told him what I do and what I've done in my past experiences, in my past protests, how I climbed trees and everything, and he just brought me straight over here, and haven't left each other since. We've been together for 8 months now. So,
and we just have that goal. We see that one goal to just respect and seek the absolute truth and spiritual oneness. We need to move out of that property law and back into the old custodial law. And we both believe we need to bring back those oral traditions again.
Yeah, and just need to bring back so we've got our men's business and our women's business separate again. Because that's where a lot of conflicts are coming from, I think. Like, we need to stay where we need to stay, and in our place. Like, we need to stay in our place, sort of thing. We can't go talking about women stuff, and women can't go talking about us men stuff.
That's right.
We've got all these. It's just cultural obligations. Like, yeah, we've been doing this for over 60,000 years. And still doing it. Still practicing it today.
You can't get paid for doing a cultural obligation, can you?
No, like,
it's just.
And I can't get paid out of not doing it either, because it's in my blood to stand here and fight for our culture.
Otherwise, what future do we have? Our kids?
Our next generation's not going to know where they come from and who they are.
So you've done a fair bit of experience in the trees, Nev? What's your longest sit in a tree?
My longest sitting is 5 days in the tree. That's without coming down. I touched ground 5 days after I was in the tree. And I feel strong with it, because I believe that's where our elders go when they move on. No, like their spirit will go and live in a tree. We've got plenty of our elders, that's what I believe, and I've been taught by my elders, is our spirit will go and move into a tree once it's done. And that's why I do what I do and climb trees and live in trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare
Wouldn't be able to
they
live if we didn't have trees, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's
And it's the same with the air, like you see all
robbing you
these
guys.
planes going over all these trails constantly all the time.
It's
and it's
literally
all the
robbing
air-
you from your who you guys are.
Yeah, the fluoride in the water from these aluminium smelters, the leftover products, the fertiliser companies, the bromite fumigation they're doing on the pine logs. It's just absolutely... Bromite is one of the biggest ozone depleting substances on the face of the planet. But one of the